Howdy YouTube, 400-pound gorilla here today, and I am actually going to do my first ever unboxing video. One of the problems of having a bunch of knives on order is, while I have some idea what this might be, I have enough stuff in the system to me that I don't know exactly for sure what's in this package. So you're going to find out as I do. I'm going to be using my Enlon L05 to do the opening privileges. This is a relatively new knife for me as well. I probably received this in a package last week or so, so this is going to be the first cutting it ever does. And believe me, it's a nice problem to have when your light-duty knife cutting is primarily to open up your next package of knives. So here we go. Slice through that pretty well. First up, we have the Ganzo 7371-WD1, which is the wood-handled variant. So let's take a look at this. As usual, comes with a little velvety sack and the bubble wrap. Take it out of there. Oh, that is a nice looking wood on that. You can see the bolsters, lanyard hole. Back side isn't quite as nice as the pattern on the non-clip side, but you do have the tip down pocket clip. It looks like that is the only position for the pocket clip. You do have the little jimping on the ramp. And now let's open her up. Oh, that's a nice looking blade on there. You can see the model number G737 440C steel blade. And again, the Ganzo logo. But look at that handle. That side in particular is just absolutely gorgeous. That is the reason I like the Ganzo wood-handled knives, and I'm trying to collect quite a number of them. Yeah, we'll give this a more thorough review in the future. Okay, there's the blade centering. Seems to be reasonable. We'll get it against a white background. Not bad at all. Again, you can tell when it's open. It's the open pillar construction. The stainless steel liners that are not milled out, if you can see that in there. And again, just really impressed with that texturing. I believe it's kind of unique to the individual knife, depending on what wood scales were available. I don't think they were able to recreate that. There does seem to be something that's a little, I don't know if it's just the varnish that didn't go or some other adhesive on there. I'll rub it with some water and we'll see if that doesn't fix that. But yeah, very nice. I guess even though that's technically the scale, it's a liner slash frame lock. I think it's typically considered a frame lock because it's actually on the bolster, even though once the scale starts, it's a liner. So your mileage may vary, but there's your lockup again. Let me show you that. So you can see probably about a 60% lockup on that. Very nice. And again, I'll do a more thorough review perhaps someday in the future. But very, very nice on the initial impression on this knife. So there you go. Okay, on to item 2. What we are looking at here is a model 1601G Some of you will recognize that as the brother, One Knife, One Life. Now this comes with a little, inside a little cellophane bag. This is a copy, and I guess we'll distinguish that from the clone in that it has the brother marking on the blade, although it's essentially a copy of the Spyderco Mannix Extra Large, or XL. This is the first knife I've had with the little ball lock, but it appears to work well. G10, and I believe it says 440C right on the blade there. It has the model number and the blade steel. As the, like I said, it's pretty much a fairly accurate copy of the Mannix XL. See the jimping on the underside. You do have the tip-up blade, right or left side carry, and it does include 3 extra screws. So I guess for whatever that's worth, if you strip some out, or just for aesthetics, it has them in there. The lanyard hole does have the tube running through it. You can see that on the back. It is on the lower part. You have a couple, open on the back end of it. You do have this One Knife, One Life back spacer in here. I've seen other videos where a lot of people are complaining about how, they feel that's cheesy, but, for me, I'm fine with it. It's not like I'm going to sand it down or do anything to it. This was mainly to check out what this knife was like, what it felt like in the hand. This was, I think when I ordered it, 21 or 22 bucks, somewhere around there. I've heard some people initially got them for 18 or 19 bucks, but for what it is, I'm happy with it. It's actually a pretty large knife. I've got, average or slightly larger hands, and I have no problem getting a full grip around it with plenty of room to spare back here. If I actually choke up on it, you've got the jimping on the thumb ramp, you've got the jimping on the finger choil here. If I choke up on it, there's an extra inch or so back there that's not even being used. But the ergos feel comfortable on this. No complaints there. It's just out of the box, so not doing a lot with that lock yet, but I'm assuming that it lockup feels good for a $20 knife. It's actually pretty solid. Milling, everything else seems decent. If we were going to grab something to sharpen it, or to, test the sharpness, it doesn't appear to be super sharp, but it does cut seemingly decently, so no complaints there. Yeah, for a $20 knife, for me to get a feel for what the actual Spyderco is like, I probably would not have looked at the Mannix 2 before, but I know this feels a little large in my hand. Probably not looking for this in the Spyderco, but certainly would consider that translucent blue Mannix 2 now that I've felt this, and assume the Mannix 2 would be just a slightly smaller version of this. So yeah, Spyderco might get some of my business because I was able to get this clone. A lot of people don't like them, but I'll probably have an upcoming video about my opinions of clones in the near future. So there you go. A look at the 2 new knives I received in the mail. Thanks a lot. This is the 400-pound gorilla, out.